Hello, beautiful souls. It's Kerry, and today I'm talking astrology. There's an exciting event happening on the 19th of July. It's a once-in-a-lifetime event that's happening. It's called Barbault's Basket, and the name of the man who discovered this alignment, his name was Barbault, and unfortunately he died a few years ago. And what's happening, I've done a chart where I'm showing the different alignments which are of significance. So basically, to summarise, 4 planets have reached the 4th degree of their sign, either a fire sign or an air sign. And then at 12:19 Greenwich Mean Time, the moon is also at the 4th degree. It's at the 4th degree of Libra. So if you look at the chart here, I've done the angles just related to the 4th degree. And you can see it looks almost like a pentagram. There's probably another name for it, I'm not sure, but it's quite amazing. And it looks also a little bit like a kite there. And each degree of the zodiac corresponds to a Sabian symbol. So just to give you a little bit of an idea of what the message behind, the esoteric message behind each of these degrees, I've written them down here, and I've taken a photo also, so that'll be on at the end. And as I read them out, it will come across the screen what it actually means. So basically we have the planet Pluto. Pluto is the furthermost planet, still a planet in astrology, even though it's been kicked out of the planetary heaven by the astronomers. And it's at the 4th degree of Aquarius, and Jupiter is exactly opposite, and Jupiter is at the 4th degree of Leo. So when you have an opposition, it means something comes in which brings your awareness to that aspect. If you're looking at it in a kind of personal level, you would look at it, say it's about projection, what you project outside. So the opposition brings it into our awareness. So expect something of significance going on. Some people say there's going to be a planetary realignment. Some people say the aliens are going to turn up. But who knows what it is. At the end of the day, ultimately, we're all part of the living universe. So what's going on in here is also going on out there, and vice versa to an extent. So we have the planet Uranus, and it's at the 4th degree of Gemini. And so that's in what's called a trine aspect to Pluto. And when we talk about trines, we will talk about things flowing with ease. And with it being in an air sign, we're talking about ideas. We're talking about higher knowledge. So perhaps people's awareness of history or knowledge, or even light codes is what's coming to me, will start to actually be activated within their being. We are kind of having a human experience here in our physical bodies, but we're embodied souls. And so something is being activated which is going to impact on all of humanity. And so the other points involved in this, we've got Neptune over here. Neptune's in Aries, and it's also at the 4th degree. And then opposite that there, exactly opposite, is the moon. And the moon moves pretty quickly, and that's why I chose this time of 12:19, because I thought, well, the moon is coming into this, and so there's going to be a real activation point at this area. And the moon rules our emotions, and being in Aries, it will be your personal emotions, not the kind of collective emotions. So I'll read out what each of the meanings of the Sabian symbols. So at the moon, 4 degrees of Libra, we have a man teaching true inner knowledge. And then at 4 degrees of Leo, we have rocks at the edge of a cliff. And so this is a moment of, it's not just rocks at the edge of a cliff, but it's danger. It's about peril. It's about things being at a turning point of potential catastrophe. 4 degrees of Aquarius, 4 degrees of Gemini, we have radical headlines in the press. So there's going to be something that's going to be broadcast, we'll say globally now, because we are a global community. And the press refers to the printing press, which was the old way that information was disseminated. Now we would say there'll probably be stuff on the internet. So at the 4th degree of Aries, we have the planet Neptune, and Neptune is about our interconnectedness, it's about our spirituality, it's about our connection to God, and we have a triangle with wings. So if you think about that, what that evokes in me is almost like the idea of a chrysalis, or things changing form and moving on into a new form. And we've got a few triangles here, they're called trines in this configuration. So we've got the trine between the moon, we've got the trine between the moon and the planet Aquarius, Uranus, and the planet Pluto. So they're all in air signs. So this is about higher knowledge, higher ways of thinking. And my feeling is that people are actually going to get direct downloads. And then at the 9th degree of Aquarius, beg your pardon, at the 4th degree of Aquarius, sorry, it's all the 4th degree, a council of ancestors. So there we go there, a council of ancestors. So you might want to plan to have some quiet time on that day and to actually sit in the silence, connect to your God, ask your guides to put protection around you. So you might want to just sit and meditate or pray or just be in an internal state to take advantage of this energetic shift. Because if you're out and you're in the shopping centre and there's a lot of stuff going on around you, it might really be hard to tune into that energy. Some people are very sensitive to energy and some people are very good at picking up energy. So give yourself a little bit of time out to be able to take advantage of this. Now, I'll leave it there. I've got a part 2 because I want to talk about the nodes, and this is important in terms of where we're going as a collective. And there's another important configuration here about our healing as a collective as well. So if you'd like to listen to a little bit more, please tune in for part 2. Take care, lovelies.